So now, question is, the, there is a infinitely long charge sheet with density plus sigma coulomb per meter square, है ना? And in this region, when this will be the charge, charge with so there will be electric field present in this region, right? What will be the value of electric field, by the way? Sigma by the
Don't know.
large conducting sheet. It is large conducting sheet. So tell me, what is the electric field?
Sigma by 2 epsilon naught.
Very good. In this direction. If we talk about this point, this will be the direction of electric field. And if we talk about any point in on the left hand side, the electric field will be towards left, right? So in this region, there is a cubical region of side A. So figure shows a uniformly large conducting sheet with a charge density sigma coulomb per meter square. And the question is, find the electrostatic field energy contained in the cube. So it's simple. It's very simple, right? What is the formula for electric field energy density? Sorry. What is the formula for electric field energy density? Half epsilon naught into E square, right? Right or wrong? Hello?
So
Well, what is the electric field? Electric field is E, right? So, what is the energy in this region? The energy in this region will be, since electric field is uniform, I can write this energy is basically half epsilon naught E square multiplied by the volume of this region. Yes or no? So the volume will be, what is the volume of this region? What is the volume? Volume is
EQ.
A cube. And what is the energy? Half epsilon naught into sigma by 2 epsilon naught. And that's the answer to your question. When you solve it, it comes to be sigma square A cube upon 8 epsilon naught, right? And that's the answer. Are you getting my point? See, it's very easy. Basically, I told you the concept as it is. If it's like you need to mention how much energy is there in that region, right? Yes. Can anyone tell me what is the electric field energy? Suppose I'll give you one more question. It's a little bit typical, it will require small element method. So, question is, find electric field energy stored in a cylindrical shell of radius L, inner radius.
The radius, what is that?
What?
After
In a
radius, PU, the
coaxial. COAXIAL. Coaxial with a uniformly charged wire. I'll draw the question for you. It's like a I don't know why it is not coming at that particular place, but it's yes, guys. Can you see a cylinder, coaxial cylinder? Can you see inner radius I and this is the axis of the cylinder, and on this axis of cylinder there is a wire, uniformly charged wire. So can you see a wire on the axis of the cylinder? Inside, it's inside. Huh? What is the linear charge density? Lambda coulomb per meter. The inner radius and outer radius is given. The inner radius is A and outer radius is B. Now the question is, what is the energy stored in this region? Now tell me, will the electric field due to this wire, will it be uniform or non-uniform? Is it a constant uniform electric field or a non-uniform electric field? That's my question.
Non-uniform.
Why will it be a non-uniform electric field?
It changes with the
Exactly.
increase of
So
distance.
basically, the electric field, if you remember, due to an infinitely long wire, was twice of P lambda by R, right? At any point R distance away, it was this much, right? Can you see E is inversely proportional to R? Basically, E is non-uniform because it's variable, right? Is it variable? So in variable cases, what will we use?
Yes.
Will we
yes,
be
sir.
directly able to multiply with the volume? Will we be equals to
Mhm.
directly multiply with the volume? Acha, length of the cylinder they have given. The length of the cylinder is L. So what will we do in this case? We'll consider what will we consider here? Small element. We'll consider a
The electric
cylinder. Tell me what?
the electric
Hello, Shrishma, your voice is
so
breaking.
will be considered the electric field as small element.
The electric field will be मतलब basically क्या बोला तुमने मेरे को कुछ समझ नहीं आया but still I'm trying to figure out exactly what you said. You said like the electric field since it is varying with distance r, so we'll choose the element which will vary with r, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So So basically, can you say if I have what will be the small element over here? It will be a cylindrical shell of radius how much? R, small r, and width dr. Can you see a small element of? Can you see a small cylindrical shell over here? Guys, are you able to see a cylindrical shell element? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So basically, there is a cylindrical shell element over here of radius r and width dr. Okay. When you look it from the top, it will look like this. This will be your cylinder. This will be your wire coming out of the plane. Are you able to see it? And what will be
Yes,
your
sir.
cylinder? Cylinder will look like this. It will look like this, guys. Are you able to see it now? Can you visualize the whole thing down, down inside the plane? This is the top view of that particular thing. So basically, what you consider a cylinder of radius r and width dr. Is this clear? This is your small elemental cylindrical shell when you look it from the top. Any doubt, guys?
Okay.
Okay. Now tell me this particular thing. If this cylindrical shell will there be any volume of this shell? What will be the volume of this shell? The length. What is the length of the shell? Can you see 2 pi r is the
L.
length? हाँ मतलब that is there.
Okay.
So 2 pi r is the length. What is the width? dr. And what is the length down to the plane inside? Height. It will be yes or no?
Mm.
So basically, will this be the volume of that cylinder? Yes or no? Guys. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So basically, 2 pi r is the length, dr is the width. So basically, you'll get the area, right? Area of this ring which is there on the top. And you multiply this ring by the length, you'll get the volume of that particular cylinder which is found, right? So the small volume will be equals to this much. Once you get the small volume, what will you do? Oh, wow, nice. So once you get dV, what will you get? What will you do? The energy stored in this region should be equal to half epsilon naught E square multiplied by dV. Is this the formula? Can you see? The energy is basically energy density multiplied by dV, right? So
Mm.
it will be half epsilon naught into. Acha, by the way, can I write the electric field 2k lambda by r as lambda by 2 pi epsilon r? Can I write it like this?
Yes.
है So I'll write it over here lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught r whole square multiplied by dV. So when I solve this, this will become lambda square upon 8 pi square single epsilon naught r square. Yes or no, guys? Will this thing
Yes.
solving become like this? Multiplied by dv. Multiplied by dv. dv will be equals to twice of pi r into dr multiplied by the length. This was your dv. You see, some more things will be cancelling out. So can you see something cancelled out and other things are still inside? So lambda square is still there, L is still there, 4 pi epsilon naught is there. Can you see 4 pi epsilon naught is still there? That R, I'll send it over here and dr will be over here and then I'll put the integration sign. Can you see everything else was constant until it came out of the integration and only dr and r remain inside. Now, can you tell me what is the from where to where limits? The element, the first element will be starting from the inner shell, right? The first element will be starting from the inner shell, right?
Yes, sir.
Basically, what will be the limits of the position of the small element from A to A to B? This will be the total potential energy, and that will be the answer. U square will be equals to lambda square L upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by r dr is ln r, and the limits when you put it, it will become ln b minus ln a, which will write as ln of b by. Is this clear? And that's the answer to your question. Any doubt? Someone may questions, Chale? The questions which are based on energy, the field energy in a, you know, any, 3D region. Is this clear, guys? In a 3D space, what is the energy over there? Electric field energy is given by this. So we did one question which is based on uniform electric field and one question which is based on non-uniform electric field. Is it fine? Guys, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Shall we start with the capacitance now? And by the way, I'll just send you the whole electrostatics as a one PDF or OneNote. Do you have OneNote with you? Or I'll send it
Yes.
in PDF form. I'll send it in both forms if you want. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
So, you'll have the complete electrostatic booklet with you, in which everything regarding on electrostatics is there. Is this clear? Now, the second unit which we are starting is basically called as capacitance.
So,
Yes.
can you show the final formula?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Can you show the final formula, please? Again?
Sure, sure. This is the final answer to the problem. It's not a formula, it's just a question. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Shirish is waiting in the lobby. What happened?
Sir, I'm done. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now, capacitance. What do you mean by capacitance, guys? Please remember, first of all, let's understand what a capacitor is. It is a device which stores electric field energy inside it. It is a device which stores electric field energy inside it. Okay? This device is basically what called as what? A capacitor. What is capacitance? It is the ability to store. Are you getting my point? The ability of an object or a system to store or hold electric field inside it is called as capacitance. Is the definition clear? So what is basically capacitance? The capacitance is basically the ability of a system or an object to store or hold electric field inside. Hold electric field. Let's make the definition a little bit more technical. Electric field is held in the medium. I told you, na, like, do you remember permittivity when we were discussing permittivity? I told you it's the ability of a just to hold it, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So we discussed the permittivity of physical significance and all. Yeah, just one minute. Hello?
Yes, sir.
हाँ सर. अच्छा सर, ठीक है सर. हाँ मैं शाम को आपको विस्तार. Yes, hello guys. The ability of an object or a system to store or hold electric field inside is basically called as what? Is called as, hello? Is called as capacitance. Yeah.
Capacitance.
So basically, always remember these capacitors. They will hold electric field energy inside it. है ना? So always remember whenever they will hold electric field inside them, that electric field can be act. That energy storing device can be acted as a battery, right? So sometimes you'll understand this particular thing. Capacitor will act as a what? A charged capacitor will act as a battery, है ना? For a time की बात है, not now. So capacitance definition clear? Is the
Sir.
definition clear?
Electric field cannot exit that
What?
capacitor.
What?
Does this mean that electric field does not exit the
ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
capacitor?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं. If I have a capacitor system which allows this, then well and good. नहीं allow कर रहा है तो और भी अच्छी बात है. अभी I'll tell you the reason behind it. अभी थोड़ा समय लगेगा, है ना? Always remember, more the capacitance. Suppose if I have a object, है ना? The more charge which I give it, more will be its potential, right? आया ना? Hello guys.
Yes.
The more
Yes,
the
sir.
charge I give it to this conductor or this object, the more will be its potential, right? So always remember, for an isolated conductor, more the charge you give, more will be its potential. And when you remove the sign of proportionality, you get what? You get what? When you remove the sign of proportionality, you get what? A new constant, which is basically C, where C is the capacitance of that. ठीक है? C is the capacitance of that object or conductor, whatever. Is this clear? So from here, can I write C is basically Q by V? Yes or no? Can I write this thing equal to Q by V?
Yes.
From this formula, can someone give me SI unit? Can someone give me SI unit? Guys, have you read this chapter in school? Guys, hello.
Yes, sir.
Have you read this chapter in school?
Yeah.
So फिर बताओ what is the unit?
Farad,
Farad.
right? That's
Farad.
the unit.
Basically the unit is farad. Okay? And or basically what? Coulomb per volt. Coulomb per volt. Is this clear? Generally we use farad. Other units, we generally a farad is a very big unit. So the smaller unit.
Microfarad.
Hello. Mridul, you do you were not coming in the lecture, I guess.
Which one?
You said no. You said I won't be coming in the lecture today.
Today?
हाँ
No, yesterday.
अभी किसका मैसेज आया था मेरे पास?
किसी को- वैदेही का आया होगा.
नहीं धैर्य का आया था सॉरी धैर्य क्या मतलब so 1 microfarad is basically 10 to the power minus 6 farad 1 picofarad is yes 1 picofarad is 10 to the power minus 12 farad
12.
10 raised to minus 12.
yes 10 to the power. ठीक है so remember this है ना the other units and what will be the dimensional formula what will be the dimensional formula for this sir why do you make us write the dimensional formula every time because there will be questions which will be including 12th grade dimensions and then at that time we'll be just calculating all the dimensions so I'm just saving the time है ना charge can be written as current multiplied by time right hello can charge be written as current multiplied by time
Yes, sir.
and can potential be written as ml2 t minus 3a minus 1 ये याद है किसी को potential is basically
Yes,
work
sir.
done upon charge
Yes.
ml2 t minus 2 upon a2 ml2 t minus 2 from here will it become m minus 1 l minus 2 t to the power 4 and a square. Okay please remember scalar quantity always positive scalar quantity always positive capacitance will always be positive but the charge on it can be positive or negative depending upon the potential if the potential is positive then the charge is positive or you can say the other way around if the charge is positive the potential is positive if the charge is negative the potential is negative ultimately C should be positive right is this clear guys is this clear done writing till here
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay now write down capacitance so abhi we are just discussing isolated conductors hai na once I'm done with isolated conductors then I will move to capacitor system so capacitance of a spherical conductor or capacitor whatever ठीक है so suppose if I have a sphere of radius capital R and on this sphere if I give a charge plus q if I give a charge plus q this plus q will be distributed on the surface right yes or no
Yes.
so can you tell me what is the value of potential due to this charge Q by R right आया ना and by definition of capacitance C should be equals to Q by V right yes or no
Yeah.
so C should be equals to Q by V Q should be equals to will it be like this can you see Q से Q cancel. So it becomes R ऊपर upon 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So the capacitance of a spherical capacitor is basically 4 pi epsilon. ठीक है? Is this clear?
So I didn't understand what a capacitor actually is.
हाँ. Capacitor is basically a system which is able to hold a certain electric field energy. For example, can you see over here there is a positive charge inside this the positive charge on the surface of this capacitor, right? How much energy? Which energy? How much electric field energy is stored जैसे in this example, for example, this is basically the physical significance of capacity, है ना? For example, if you have a positive charge over here, this is the capacitance. You said the capacitance is equals to what? 4 pi epsilon naught into R. So can you see there is air outside this particular thing? Yes or no? Can you see there is an electric field which is coming out of this charged capacitor, right? Hello? Guys, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
See,
Yes,
so
sir.
basically there is an electric field is coming out of this capacitor system, right? So how much is the total electric field energy of this system? Hello? Guys, capacitance will give you a measure of how much electric field energy is stored in this. Please remember, capacitance is not equal to energy, but it will give you a measure. You know, you can relate. Like the more the electric field, the stronger the electric field in the medium, the more will be the capacitance of the system. More the electric field energy stored in the medium, more will be the capacitance. Like that. So can you see the electric field present in outside the conductor, right? Ayana. So this electric field will
Yeah.
contain certain energy
Yes,
that is
sir.
basically called as your electric field energy. Just discuss. You know?
Mm.
So capacitance is basically the measure of that energy only. How much energy is there around, not around, matlab, in the electric field created by the conductor. Is this clear? Hello? Someone may ask for physical
Yes.
significance. More the
Yes, sir.
value of capacitance, more will be the ability to store this electric field energy inside space of that system.
Okay, so that means more energy to, like
More
more
the
electric field energy
capacity,
around the.
more electric field energy can be stored in the region where electric field due to the object is present. समझ में आया?
Yeah.
So basically जितना ज़्यादा capacitance होगा, you can fill more and more energy in that region and make the electric field more and more strong. समझ रहे हो मेरी बात?
So what does it mean to store electric field?
Because energy store करेगा तो उसी energy से तो current वो सब who does the work in doing the current electricity and all? The battery does the work, no? तो बैटरी
Yeah.
कुछ ना कुछ वर्क
Yeah.
करती तो वर्क कर रही तो कहीं ना कहीं से तो एनर्जी लानी. And can you rely on chemicals forever? Can you rely on
So.
chemicals in the battery or a cell? It's like
Mm.
chemical energy gets converted to put the electrical energy, right?
Yes, sir.
In the case of capacitor system, basically that electric field energy between the space will give you the electrical energy, but will give you the will do the necessary work to load the charges around. In capacitor, we don't need any such, what do we call it, the chemicals and all. We just need a material with a high dielectric content. That's it. Generally, it's better, but we don't want infinite charge. Anyways,
Okay. Okay, so
लिखो चलो. Once you're done, tell me. Guys, I have you copied till here?
Yes, sir.
चला स्कूल आ? ये सब लिख लिया था?
so we wrote.
What about this? Then
Yes, sir.
from here,
Yes, sir.
write then give the. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, please remember the Earth is very big. I told you, na? Earth is very big.
Mm.
And I told you Earth acts as the infinite supplier and donator of electrons. Even if
Yeah.
Earth is big, can you calculate the capacity? Achha, consider Earth as a spherical capacitor of radius how much? Of radius how much? Hello? Hello? Guys, are you able to hear me?
Like, could you repeat what you asked?
I asked you to consider Earth as a spherical capacitor. Find the capacitance of Earth. The capacitance of Earth will be given by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1. Achha, by the way, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is how much? 9 into 10 to the power 6. है ना? So what will be 4 pi epsilon into r? What is the radius of Earth? 6.4 into 10 to the power 6. When you will calculate this thing, what will you get? Yes, guys, when you calculate this thing, what will you get?
Capacity.
What?
We'll get capacitance of what?
Capacitance of Earth. I'm asking about the capacitance. I told you na, कि 1 farad is very big. Let me just calculate it. Divided by 9. 0.71111. So will be 0.711 into 10 to the power minus 3. आया ना?
-3.
Or can I write this thing? 711 into 10 to the power minus 6 farad, or basically 711 microfarad. So even Earth is having a, can you see? Earth is having capacitance in microfarads. Are you getting my point, guys? So that is why 1 farad is very big quantity. Even the capacitance of such a big sphere, Earth, is 711 microfarad. So that is why 1 farad is a very big quantity. So you can never create that much capacitance, right? Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
So remember, note 1 farad is a very large capacity. So generally, that is why we use smaller units. If someone asks, why is 1 farad big? Can you prove how? You can use this, analogy, or you can use this example. Anyway, capacitance of a system of conductors. System of conductors. Now suppose guys, if you have two conductors, है ना? Guys, can you see you have two conductors? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can you show the note? Sorry.
Ha, sure. 1 farad is a very large capacitance, so we use smaller values of capacitance.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now suppose what is basically a system of conductors or what is basically a capacitor system? See over here. Suppose I have two conductors. This is your conductor 1. This is your conductor 2. Let's say initially they are neutral. Now I connect them with a battery. And what will happen as soon as I turn on the switch? What will happen? As soon as I turn on the switch, the one which is connected to the positive terminal will get positively charged, right? And the one which is having the connected to the negative terminal of the battery will be negatively charged, right?
Yes, sir.
So in spite of giving the charge over here, I'll just draw it over here. So the one which is connected to the positive charge, positive terminal of the battery will become positively charged, and the one which is connected to the negative terminal will become negative. Can you tell me what will be the charge on these particular two conductors? Will the charge be equal on these two conductors? Equal in magnitude, I mean. Will the charge be equal? Yes, sir. So basically, if the charge on this is plus Q, the charge will be minus Q. So if the charge will be equal and opposite, sir, why are you saying the charge will be equal and opposite? Since you created a positive terminal over here, negative terminal over here, the electrons flow will take place, charge transfer will take place, right? So the one with the positive charge will get positively charged, one with the negative will get negative charge. Now what will happen? An electric field will be set up. So can you see when an electric field will be set up in space because of a system of conductor, this will have certain capacitance associated with it, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Either you can do this or there is another method. Sir, don't connect it with a battery, just bring a charged positive object and a negative charged object which are equal and opposite, then an electric field will be acting in space. Acha, please remember, I'm not drawing the direction exact electric field lines, na? I'm not making it go like this. I'm just drawing a normal electric field. It's not necessarily uniform. It can be anything like this or that, na? Please remember, it can. I'm not drawing the exact shape. I'm just saying whenever a positive and a negative charge of equal magnitude are brought in the vicinity of each other, this acts as a capacitor. So remember this, whenever a positive and a negative charged conductor whenever two charged conductors with equal and opposite charges are brought in the vicinity of each other, certain electric field gets created between them. and whenever there will be certain electric field gets created between them, can I say the ability of storing charge in form of electric field energy is termed as the capacitance of this system. Always remember, whenever there will be electric field, in that electric field there will be you have the ability to store electric field energy. The measure of that electric field energy will be giving you the capacitance of that system. It's termed as a capacitor. Capacitance of that system. Is this clear, guys? Is this clear, guys? On में
Stored charge.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of the ability of stored charge in the form of electric
storing
field
charge. The ability of storing charge, sorry, in the form of electric field energy is basically termed as the capacitance of this system. I told you, no, the physical significance.
Yeah.
Exactly वही है. But this inside of a single conductor, it will be, see, more electric field can be stored in the region where electric field is present in the object. तो object की रहेगी system डाल. Okay.
So it's maintaining those opposite charges and
Yes, it is maintaining that electric field in space, and that electric field is basically creating the capacitance in the system. And the capacitance is basically the region between the two points. Okay.
yes.
Okay. Is this clear? How do you define the capacitance of a system of conductors? See, if you have a conductor A, conductor A is, let's say, positively charged. But what will be the charge on this conductor A? Plus Q. And there will be there will be another conductor 2, conductor B, which is negatively charged. Please remember this. Conductor B is negatively charged and conductor A is positively charged. This is having minus Q charge, plus Q, minus Q. Equal and opposite.
So what if the magnitude is not equal? Is it still a capacitor?
Generally, it's not taken as a capacitor, but still certain electric field is existing between them. But we don't take it as a capacitor system. Capacitor system is the charges should be equal and opposite. That's the condition. Because what happens if the charges are not equal? Can you see there will be always one surface which is facing the charges and one surface which is not facing the charges, right? Do you remember when I told you parallel plate capacitors? Abhi, chalo, don't worry. I'll tell you the story. What will happen if the charges are not equal? है ना? So एक और I'll create a positive and negative charge using earthing as well. Parallel plate capacitor system using earthing. So तब ये और एक बार we can explain. So what if the charges are not equal? Suppose some electric field gets created in between them, right? So basically the capacitance of this region where the electric field is present is basically given by the charge on the conductor, the magnitude of the charge on the conductor. Can you see plus Q minus Q? So the charge on the conductor Q divided by the potential of the positive body minus the potential of the negative body. ठीक है. So please remember the capacitance is basically Q upon V plus VA minus VB. Where what is VA? VA is the potential of the positive body and VB is the potential of the negative body. Okay. Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
ठीक. Whenever you are done noting down this time.
We are done, sir.
Okay. So Q is equals to V plus E minus. ठीक है. Now different types of capacitors are there. So let's discuss different types of capacitors. First is, let's say, a spherical capacitor. Okay. So first is basically a spherical capacitor. What is a spherical capacitor? It is basically two concentric shells. Guys, just give me 2 minutes. Yes, spherical capacitor is basically a system of two concentric shells. एक concentric shell ये रहा, another concentric shell is this. So can you see there are two concentric spherical shells of, let's say, radii A and radii B. Do you remember this thing? I told you in the last class. This is important to be. It's a spherical capacitor system, right? I told you know this thing. आया ना? याद है आपको?
Yes, sir. The earthing thing, yeah?
The earthing thing. So basically, let's earth the outermost surface. So when you earth the outermost surface, what happens? If I place a charge on the inner surface of this thing, you know exactly how the charge will distribute, right? Yes or no? What will be the charge on the inner surface? Yes or no, guys? All the charge will come to inside. A spherical capacitor consists of this thing. Any doubt? Guys, ये सब याद है कि भूल गए हो तुम? This is plus Q. An equal and opposite amount of negative charge will induce on the inner surface minus Q, due to which there will be certain electric field set up. ये याद है कि आप भूल चुके हैं? Guys, do you remember this? You forgot. Shall I turn back pages? Shall I change this thing?
Yes, sir.
Here it is. ये याद है आपको? So whenever it is like, this induced charge is there, whenever you earth it, what will happen? Whenever you earth it, what will happen? It will induce a negative charge equal and opposite amount of negative charge. I told you, we'll discuss about this thing in spherical capacity, in capacitance, right? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
So now we need to calculate the capacitance of that system. शुरू करें?
Yes.
Shall we start? So see this thing. So basically, this was the system. It's a spherical capacitor system. I'll write the basics part. Unearthing the outer surface. So basically, this was given in the question. The inner shell had a plus Q and outer shell was earth. Basically, on earthing, what will happen? The outer surface, on earthing the outer surface, and equal and opposite amount of negative charge gets induced on the inner surface, right? Due to which an electric field is set up. Between the positive and negative, between the outer and inner shell. Yes or no? So whenever you have created an electric field, now its charge storing tendency or charge storing capacity will increase, or basically its capacitance will increase. Okay. So now tell me this particular thing, guys. How did you calculate the capacitance for any system? It was calculated by the charge. Can you see how it made a capacitor system an equal and opposite amount of charge? Here it was minus Q, here it is plus Q. So an equal and opposite amount of charge. Ayana, and just you'll do the difference in the potential. Which is
VA
the
minus
positive?
VB.
Which is the positive one?
Inside shell.
So V of A is inside minus V of
Outside.
A is the inside shell, which is basically the positive, and B is basically the outside shell, which is negative, right? So
So there's any
can anyone calculate what is the inside shell ka potential and what is the outside shell ka potential?
KQ by A.
KQ by A is because of inside is A into plus Q by A. This is the surface. What about B? What is the potential due to B at the surface of it?
At
K Q by
surface of
B.
A
K into
minus
minus Q by B.
B. This will be the total potential of VA. What about VB? What is the potential at the surface of this B? Will it be K into
by
plus
B.
Q की वजह से B
Yes.
plus K into minus Q upon 1? Yes. Will this be the potentials of these two shells? एक बार check करो, बताओ मुझे. Is this clear? Shall I take the diagram downwards? It's fine.
Can you explain this last part again?
Hmm. Yes. Yes. Tell me this particular thing. Plus q on the outer surface, plus q on the inner shell, minus q on the outer shell. So can you see plus q by a when we are talking about potential at this surface, it will be plus q की वजह से surface पे तो surface वाला formula and minus q की वजह से inside वाला formula inside, right? Since the shell A, shall I name it as B? And guys, see this now very carefully. ना ये इसका ध्यान रखो how to calculate. If someone says you to calculate the total potential at shell A, then what two will be creating the potential? Which two will be creating the potential? The shell A will be creating a potential on itself, right? Yes or no? Self energy, if you remember. Ayana, can you see this is the potential due to the charge on the khud ka surface? Its own surface is basically plus q, k into plus q by a. Whereas for B, it is lying inside. So B inside is always equal to B surface for inside, right? So what is for minus q? It is a minus q by B, and that is lying in the inside. Now for B, A is lying outside. No, sorry. For A, B is lying outside. So this is the formula for B outside. Surface. Try to figure it out, guys. एक बार we have already discussed this thing. I basically applied the formula of potential at one particular surface for both the charged objects. Because of A, this was the contribution in potential. Because of B, this was the contribution in potential. Similarly, at point B also, because of A, this was the potential, and because of B, this was the potential. So read through it, please, and see what exactly I have given a reason as well. Read through it and tell me whether what I have written is correct or not.
Sir, why did we take it as K plus Q by B?
Where? In which one? This one?
B.
Here?
Yeah,
This one, no?
yes, sir.
Now see, for shell A, tell me, plus Q is basically the charge on shell A, right? Hello?
Shall A.
Shell A is basically inside, right?
Yes, sir.
So for this charge, shell B is lying outside.
Yeah.
For this charge, for charge on shell A, shell B is lying outside. If it is lying outside, then can I say this particular thing? It is we use the formula for V outside. So we use the formula for V outside and got what? V outside is basically KQ by small r, right? Hello? Obia?
Hello?
Obia, yes. KQ by r for KQ by small r is for V
Yes, sir.
outside,
KQ
right?
by small.
So basically,
Yes,
can you
sir.
see the distance from this inner shell to the outer shell is basically what? How much? B, right?
Yes, sir.
So basically, KQ by B.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Take it. So now what to do? You got VA and you got VB. Tell me, see the second term. This term is same in both of them. This term is same in both of them. Can you tell me which will be bigger? VA will be bigger or VB will be bigger? Can you tell me which will be bigger, VA or VB?
A.
BA.
VA will be bigger, right? So that is why, see, that is why the positive minus the negative one. So can you see that when you do C, this is Q upon A minus, you'll get A Q upon K Q by A minus K. Sorry, minus this. Can you see? This minus this we are doing VA minus VB. So basically this term with the second term will be cancelled out. Only the first term will be KQ by A minus KQ by B, and which will be equals to now can you cancel it out, guys? Can you solve it, please? Q.
So,
Yes, tell me.
so is there some reason why we take C equal to for a system of conductors? We take it as Q by VA minus VB.
Like
Why do we take?
generally we define it like this क्योंकि वो क्या होगा कि जब भी whenever you try to create a system of capacitors, it will induce an equal and opposite amount wherever it will produce the electric field. Now suppose if you want to contain the electric field in between the capacitors, है ना?
Okay.
तो जो positive plate होगा, let's say it is emitting phi 1 flux.
Okay.
तो जो दूसरा प्लेट होगा उसको उतना ही पूरा फ्लक्स लेना पड़ेगा. If you want the electric field to be associated between the two plates, तो जितना एक ऑब्जेक्ट फ्लक्स emit करेगा उतना दूसरा वाला लेना चाहिए.
Yeah.
So that is why the charge has to be equal, right?
Okay.
So तभी तो हम will say कि this is basically the electric field which is associated between the two objects.
So because the charge needs to be equal, that's why we take VA minus VB.
Because the whatever flux is getting emitted from the positive charge body should come back, should what do we call it? Should terminate at the negative charge body.
Okay.
So that is why the charge has to be equal and opposite. Then only the total flux emitted by the positive body should be equal to the total flux gained by the negative charge body.
Okay.
So that
So
is
I understood that why charges need to be equal. But why do we calculate, like in the formula it is given as C equal to Q by VA minus
it's
VB.
not
So why
isolated.
is
When it was isolated, this is the main formula.
Oh yeah.
It's not
Okay.
isolated, no. When it was isolated, the second object was infinity. if you remember.
Hmm.
The infinity with the potential, rest we consider zero.
Yeah.
So that is why VB becomes zero. So only Q upon VA. Are you getting my point? But for a
Yes, sir.
capacitor system, you are introducing something on which the electric field is getting terminated. So basically, if you want the electric field to terminate over there, the first condition should be charge should be equal and opposite, so that whatever flux, whatever electric field is produced by the positive charge body should be terminating at the negative charge body. The second is what? क्या बोल रहा था मैं भूल गया.
I didn't get you. So what second means?
I was telling 2 points, no? The first point was basically what? If the charge
Ah,
is
yeah,
equal
first-
and opposite, and the second point was
Yeah. That otherwise VB is at infinity, so VB is equal to 0
for
because
the second point is for isolated objects, the second body where the electric field is terminating, it's at infinity. And generally at infinity we consider the potential to be zero. So that's why VB is not included over there.
Yes, sir.
So ठीक है? So that is why
Yes.
system के लिए we have to use VA minus VB. Basically this is the main problem. Charge upon
Yes.
the potential difference. So anyways, so when you solve it, 1 by k is basically 1 upon 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. This becomes a t and this becomes t minus a. And when you solve it, the capacitance becomes 4 pi epsilon naught into ab upon b. Acha. There is one very important concept to remember this way in this thing. Suppose. Tell me this term. Tell me about this term. Let's say I'm giving you an example, है ना? let's say the inner shell has a radius of 2 centimeter and the outer shell has a radius of 3 centimeter. Guys, look at this example very carefully. Na? I'm just taking some random values, 2 centimeter and 3 centimeter. है ना? Or if you want, you can give me some value. 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter fine है कि मैं कुछ और change करूँ?
It's fine.
ठीक है. So now see what will be the capacitance of this sphere if it is isolated. It will be 4 pi epsilon naught into 2, right? Yes or no? What will be the capacitance of this system if it is 4 pi epsilon naught isolated wise, है ना? Into 3, right? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
But what will happen if I combine it as a system? What will happen if I combine it as a system now? If I combine it as a system, it will become the capacitance will become 4 pi epsilon naught into AB. AB is how much? 2 into 3 upon B minus F. It is basically 3 minus 3. You can take for any particular value and you get the answer as, you know. And you see the capacitance, this capacitance when you made them in a capacitor system, it was basically greater than the individual one. Right? Guys, can you see this particular thing? When you use them individually, the capacitance was not that too much. But when you use them as a system, the capacitance increased drastically, right? Right? So basically,
Yes, sir.
this is also one of the advantages of making a system of conductors rather than isolated conductors. Okay? You can do this with anything you want. Like even if you have a, what do we call it? If you have a line charge, then also you can do the same thing. But it will be a little bit difficult for determining the this thing, capacitance of that electrical system. Now, so take note. You don't need to draw this example. You don't need to write the whole thing. You just need to write this note. The capacitance of a system of conductors for a system of conductors will always be greater from when its components what will you call from when its components were used isolatedly, one at a time. Isolated, right? Are you getting my point, guys? So always remember there is in combining the system, there is always an increase in the capacity.
So is there a reason behind this?
Reason तो नहीं है यार ये it was proved with mathematical fact and trials and error, hit and trial मारे थे खूब. In every case we found this, and it is most easy to determine with the help of a spherical capacitor formula. बाकी सब
So it doesn't matter.
हाँ,
So it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter what kind of capacitor
it won't
system
matter.
you make. It won't. Oh,
No.
okay, sir.
उसके isolated counterpart से हमेशा capacitance ज़्यादा ही मिलेगा. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
चलो तो spherical capacitor clear.
Yes.
Now the next one is basically a spare capacitor. Spare capacitor are basically not in part of your school syllabus. What is a spare capacitor system? There is a difference between spherical capacitor and spare capacitor. In spherical capacitor, you take two concentric shells, right? In spare capacitor, you take two spares. Can you see two spares of radius R1 and radius R2 at a very large distance from each other? Yes? Can you see the distance between their center is very much much greater than the radius. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So basically, if I give a positive charge on one, in spite of giving R1, R2, I just name this as A and name this as B. So you'll see the difference between what exactly we mean. Suppose this is the positive charge and this is the negative charge. There is -2 over here and +2 over here. Since they are at a huge distance from each other, so can I say their electric field will not affect the charge distribution? Will not affect the charge distribution or not. Right? Right or wrong? Hello? The electric
Yes,
field,
sir.
making the distance between them infinite, what happens? The electric field to one sphere will not affect. They are not connected, by the way, guys. I have not connected them. Can you see? I have not connected them. I just told that the distance between them is very large. Distance between their set points. Right? What's the reason behind that? So as to not let the charge electric field due to others affect the charge distribution. Now what will happen? The electric field will go from the positive to the negative terminal, right? Positive to the negative. So there will be electric field in this place. Yes or no? Hi Anna, guys. What will be the capacitance of this system? Q upon V positive minus V negative, or basically VA minus VB, right? So what is the potential of this sphere? The potential of this sphere is K into plus Q by R. R is, what is the R? A. Yeah. And what is over here? K into minus Q by 3. Is this the potential of the second one? Yes or no, guys? So VA is this.
Yeah.
VB is K into minus of Q upon V. So when I'll write it over here, we'll get Q upon K plus Q by 2 minus K into minus Q by 3. And when you solve it, you get 4 pi epsilon naught AB upon A plus B. So that is the only difference between a spherical capacitor and a sphere capacitor. Can you see when we connected them individually at a very large distance, which is not possible physically, right? Guys, tell me AB upon A plus B. AB upon A plus B, will it be how much? In the previous case, it was like 6 by 5, right? Will it be like this, 6 by 5? When we use this, the same thing, the same logic, 2 into 3 upon 3 minus 2. But here it will be 6 upon 5, right? So when we were using sphere capacitors, can you see the capacitance was even lesser than one of the capacitance? Ayana? In the case of sphere
Yes, sir.
capacitance, the capacitance will be very less. So that is why this sphere capacitors are not generally used. We use the spherical capacitors. That is basically, even if I want that, I should make a capacitor system using two spherical shells, then I can use it using what? I can make them concentric, and then I can charge them individually, and then I can make the system. That will be having the maximum possible. If you have those two capacitors at a very large distance, still the capacitance is very less. Are you getting my point, guys? So always remember, if we have two spheres, we would go for spherical capacitors rather than sphere capacitors. Is this clear, guys? Any doubt till here?
So we can say the system, if you find the minimum and maximum The minimum is always the sphere capacitor system, maximum is the spherical
Maximum is
capacitor.
always the spherical capacitor, and the individual ones, isolated ones, will come in between. Okay.
Hmm. Okay,
So,
sir.
ठीक है. So with this thing, I'm done with capacitor, spherical capacitor, especially the capacitors which are related with spheres. In the next class, I'll give you one cylindrical capacitor thing, and after cylindrical capacitor, we'll talk about the parallel plate capacitors. Is this clear? This chapter is small. It will be finished soon because most of the things are like RC circuit and all. I teach it in current electricity. Once I'm done with current, then I'll start with RC circuit because it will require a little bit of Kirchhoff laws. So, anyways, chali guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you again in the next class.
So all the things that are taught in capacitance,
All
are these
the
any, the things that are taught in capacitance is very messy now?
capacitance will be there. Yes, it is there in HC Verma.
Okay, sir.
चलिए ठीक है guys.